Hey you guys, so I wanted to come on here and do a makeup tutorial with the products that I use. I am an artist for Maskcara makeup and it is a cream-based makeup. I'm just going to show you my step-by-step application with these products. Everything is in a magnetic compact. They have different sizes. This one has two. They have different styles and wallpaper. If you order for what's called 10s, which are these right here, you use your all over or your highlight. I have both. And then your contour, and then you'll have a blush. So typically what I'm missing right here is a highlight that would be considered my concealer or a lighter color. So I am right now in the summer, I'm a color called Mango, but right now I'm called June. It's the color that I am using. These last a very long time. They are super pigmented, so it does take some time to get accustomed to apply. So this is called the B Squared, which is blush and bronzer. This is one of my favorite brushes for many, many reasons, specifically for application. I like to use the blush side, and I like to just kind of dip into the product, and I'm putting barely any pressure on here, and I'm gonna show you how well this pigment payout is. You can see the coverage, and I went really light-handed. I do have a couple of breakout spots, and I can show you how to fix that. Seems like you're able to see the color better here. And like I said, I'm barely dipping into this product. So that is a highlight color called June. That is my, what you would call foundation. That's my all over color. Now I'm going to go into a color called Linen, and I'm going to use one of my favorite brushes for under eye, which is the Buffy. So this is a much denser brush than what I applied. So I'm going to go into Linen, again barely dipping in, and I'm using the small side of the Buffy brush. So I'm still using the Linen, and this is where I apply my brightening highlight for me. I go here in the center, down the center of my brows, down my nose. I go right here on my lip, a little bit on my chin, and then I brighten my under eye. Many times I'll apply it on my lid as well, just because I like having a neutral base before I apply, because you can see I have a lot of red pigmentation on my eyelids. Because I produce a lot of oil around my eyes and under my eyes, I like to use a product called Coty Airspun. It's a loose powder. Just make sure you get the translucent because I do believe there's some that have a little bit of pigment. This is our 3D perfecting sponge. If you get this wet and wring it out, which is the way most artists prefer to use it, it gets much, much larger. I actually use this dry. This is, again, just my preference, and I'm doing what's called baking. So I put it on pretty heavy-handed, and I like to do this immediately after applying my concealer because my eyes tend to crease. This just helps that from happening, keeps that from happening for me. I'm going to take the other end of the same brush that I used to apply my all-over highlight, and I just dipped into the Coty Airspun. Now this is a step that a lot of artists don't do because they like the luminosity that mascara provides with it being a cream. I look like a clown. With it being a cream-based product. After I've baked, I just wipe the excess off. Some people leave it on a lot longer. I find that it's not necessary for me. I'm going to go into, I'm going to take the big end of the Buffy. So again, I've only used 2 brushes. I've used all 4 sides, but I've only used 2 brushes. So for your contour, you want to start typically at the top of your ear, and you can see that line. I tell people usually to stop mid-eye and back. There's another product that artists, you'll see them use, and it's called the, what is this one called? Detailed Hack, if I can find it. Where did it go? Here it is. And it's this right here. I'm gonna maybe show you both just so you can get an idea. This is another cream contour. This is called Indigo. It's a little bit dark, but I like to show you on camera, which sometimes it does not show up the best. The consistency of the contour is a little bit heavier, just because of the pigment. So I'm gonna show you with the Buffy, and then I'm gonna show you with the detailed hack. And you can immediately see the thinning effect of this. And I just go back in, again, don't add too much. You can always add more, but you can't, it's harder to take away. With my contour, I like to do what's called a 3. I come all the way up in the hairline, and I pull it down here. And I do right here. So I do a 3. I like to pull it down right behind here and then into my jawline. But I'm gonna show you on the detailed hack. It's kind of the same thing. The reason that many artists like this is, and I agree, I feel like the color payoff is a little bit better and it blends a little bit easier, but you can get by with just using the Buffy brush. I'm gonna show you why so many artists prefer this. Because it's got such a sharp edge, when you contour your nose, a lot of artists will use the edge right there to contour their nose and just kind of lightly go up and down. And then the other side is amazing for blending. So you flip this around and you take this side and you just kind of blend and blur that out. That is the all over face look that I do. There are blushes. This one right here is Sandstone, and these are called lip and cheeks, which means you can use them for lipstick, you can use them for blush, you can even use them for eyeshadow. I'm gonna go back in with the same B squared, and I'm just gonna dip into Sandstone. And these are, when I say pigment, they're pigment, like, go easy. Super pretty. A lot of people prefer it a little bit darker. I just like a really light hand with our blushes. If you have any questions on these products and want to get color matched, absolutely send me a message. I hope this answered a lot of questions. I hope this helped you guys for makeup application. Talk to you guys later. Bye.